tough guy? Because you pushed my face in the snow and you got a baseball bat? You think you're badass? Let me tell you something. I'm bad. I'm bad.
Welcome to the Regular Menthol Podcast, where we discuss Kino movies. My name is Tate. My co-host here is Chris.
Hello, folks.
We give our thoughts on the movie, our experience with it, then we discuss specific scenes that we like, followed up with our very own Kino rating. Today we're discussing the movie Snow Angels from 2007, starring Sam Rockwell and Kate Beckinsale. King, huge moves, huge power moves. How you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. I just got back from the dentist. Had a little cavity filled in.
Late night dentist.
Dude, that's the only time I can get there. My appointment's literally at 5:50. It is now 9:00. So I was able to, dude, this chick just like keeps coming back in. She's like, do you still feel like your mouth? I'm like, yeah. She's like, all right, I have to give you more. And she's getting all pissed off about it. I'm like, okay. She comes back in. Can you still feel your lip? Yeah. Okay. God, I gotta give you, dude. She came back in like 3 different times.
That's
so eventually,
nice they ask you.
Yeah, really.
They usually just they jack me up, and then it's like a hit or miss whether it hurts or not. And I usually just eat it.
No, dude, my chick rules. And then eventually she came back in, got the work done, and then it's like, damn, I don't know if I can record tonight. But you know what? Pulled through. Even ate a little dinner beforehand. Feel great.
It's worn off. Novocaine?
Yeah.
That's a damn near, folks.
How you doing?
Yeah. I'm kind of, it's like this pain in my back just keeps circulating different areas, but now it's like totally gone. But then I go to the gym again last night, and I don't know if I aggravated stretching or what the deal is. And then it's just like now the pain is localized in my like right thigh bone.
Ooh.
And it pretty much went away today.
Yeah.
But it then again leads me to just wake up in the middle of the night full of pain. And now I have to get an ibuprofen to go back to sleep. But now I'm sleep deprived again, which is basically par for the course if you're hearing this.
Balls.
But
yeah, it blows, man. You got to get that looked at ASAP. It might even be a sciatic nerve, my friend. Did I tell you?
Well, I had nerve pain running down my legs from it, and that went away. And then I kind of aggravated something in the gym again, it seems like. But is it back pain? I don't know, because I have full mobility and everything. Is it a sports hernia? Is it my knee being jacked up and now everything else is being compensating?
Maybe
kinda?
It's just we're unk now.
Yeah, that's probably it. It's time to roid max. It's just time to roid max, dog.
What roids are like the ones to go with nowadays? Not trenbolone acetate, is it?
Definitely not tren. The protocol now is just do minimal amount of test every day, like 10 milligrams every day, just to get your test levels good. And then do something like Primobolan and Anavar. That's the play, but
This
that's
is not recommended.
psychos.
This is not recommended, folks.
Whatever the steroid is that heals yourself the best.
The Andy Pettit steroid.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Find the Andy Pettit.
I need the chemist of Andy Pettit.
What was
that guy?
What was that company again?
Balco.
God, I knew it started with a B. What an era, dude. What an era in baseball. Anyhow, we got a movie to discuss. Let's talk about this thing. What do you know about this Snow Angels movie?
Snow Angels, the movie about what happens to all the people that never left your hometown. Waitress Annie has separated from her suicidal, alcoholic husband, Glenn. Glenn has become an evangelical Christian, but his erratic attempts at getting back into Annie's life have alarmed her. High school student Arthur works at Annie's restaurant, growing closer to the new girl in town, Lila, after class. When Glenn and Annie's daughter go missing, the whole town searches for her as he increasingly spirals out of control.
Very nice. Yes. That's a good one.
There's like 2 different storylines going on in this movie.
Yeah.
And they just interact because the kid in high school works with Annie. Yeah. That's basically
she was also his babysitter.
Right. Yeah.
But we'll get into it, but it is a very well written how they kind of the juxtaposition between those two, the young kid and his love interest, Lila, and then Glenn and Annie, which we'll talk about. But it is good. I mean, the writing is sound. But
And here we go. We have another movie on deck here where starring Sam Rockwell, the guy,
that guy,
the number one guy, the number one actor, the number one regular menthol Mount Rushmore
mascot
actor. Yeah.
is our mascot.
But not joining him is other hero actors, Tom Noonan, who was in maybe 3 scenes in this movie.
Oh yeah,
And Nicky Katt. Talk to me about Nicky Katt. Are you familiar with his work?
dude. Yeah, Nasty Nate in this movie. Not too familiar with anything he's done besides this. I see he's in Boiler Room, Dazed and Confused. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Powerful, dude. Powerful. This guy rules.
so he died.
Oh, no way.
He died.
When was this?
He April 2025. So last
Oh,
year.
wow. Of?
Like, well, he committed suicide.
Oh,
So
damn. Sucks.
we lost one here. We lost a hero actor.
Press F.
But what do the guy was in a bunch of movies that I love,
Mhm.
and then he kind of disappeared for a while.
Yeah, going through it.
So it makes you wonder if he was just
Tom Noonan.
going through it.
Tom Noonan, best movie? Go.
Okay, Tom Noonan's best movie is a movie called Manhunter,
Okay.
in my opinion. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but
Yeah.
are you familiar with Red Dragon
Yes.
with Edward Norton? It's essentially the same movie, but they made it in the 80s.
Mhm.
And this is before Anthony Hopkins was playing Hannibal Lecter.
Right.
It was like a different guy, but it was directed by Michael Mann, who did Miami Vice.
Mhm.
So the aesthetics of the movie, it's basically a Miami Vice type movie. The aesthetics are exactly the same as the show.
Got to check this.
And it's this noir detective story. It's
Love
pretty awesome.
I'm going
But
to
Tom Noonan's the bad guy.
Well, I mean, as he's the bad guy in a lot of things, I mean, his, I think, most epic role and best acting, Last Action Hero.
Yeah. The Axe Murderer.
Yeah, dude, that was my movie growing up, dude. We'd always watch that, me and my cousin. That one ruled. But he's just like this awesome, like, villain with like long, scraggly hair.
He's a very tall dude who kind of looks physically imposing and terrifying. His face is kind of like a villain's face.
Oh, yeah.
And Last Action Hero, it always cracks me up that he just launches this axe
Yeah, dude.
sideways. I don't know why, but that's the thing that sticks in my head. This guy launching an axe, and it's like slow-mo axe flying at you
Mhm.
on screen.
And he turns his head.
Yeah.
Noonan rules. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Sorry, losing my mind here. But about halfway through this movie, I don't know where exactly you picked up on this, but I'm watching this and I have a thought to myself. I'm just like, wait a second. This is Lifers, the movie. Did you pick up on that?
This is definitely Lifers, the movie, man. For the folks who don't know what the term Lifers is, it's it's basically people who never leave your hometown. Not that you have to leave your hometown, but it's just like, those kind of people who are, like in this movie, are working at the Chinese restaurant. And yeah. So this is, you're 100% right. This is the lifer grind set movie. The cold weather makes it doomy and gloomy. You got the miserable divorced parents sneaking a cig outside. They're on the verge of divorce. Grandpa's living with Glenn in his house. He's still living with mom and dad and his dog. Yeah, real lifer shit right here in this one.
Also, they have these local jobs that they get.
Oh, yeah.
They're cheating on each other when they're married.
Dude,
They
this
have
is like,
kids involved in the equation.
oh, yeah. Horrible parenting. This is the lifer grind set. No doubt about it.
Right.
This one, I will say, though, is about as my type of movie you're going to find, though. Bland, small town USA, lifer story, as you said, just wild shit happening. And like, it's not too over the top, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's dark, phenomenal acting, decent music. It's kind of, I don't know, say it's avant-garde, if you will, a little bit, but this is like definitely my type of movie.
More of a drama.
Yeah,
More
for
of
sure. Absolutely.
a highlight of the ability to act.
Yeah. As sad as it is, this is all it takes in a storyline to entertain me. But not sure if you caught this one, but David Gordon Green is the director. This is the guy who did 12 episodes of your show, Eastbound and Down.
Eastbound and Down.
Still have not watched.
It's been a while since I thought about Eastbound and Down.
Yeah.
Most of the time it comes up because I'm watching reels on Instagram and people keep making these reels of the dude from Eastbound and Down, his friend, I get it, Stevie.
Yeah, I've seen him.
And that's an interesting thing though, because the career path of a director, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go from this to making episodes of Eastbound and Down.
He's done some shit,
Curious,
yeah. He's done some shit aside from that, but Eastbound and Down caught my eye. I had to reference that.
Is that a downgrade in career?
I don't think so. Eastbound and Down was a pretty popular show, was it not?
It was, but this is kind of like Hollywood A-lister release. Yeah, I guess.
I think it had a limited run in the theaters. It only made like $15,000, I think.
Okay.
But it wasn't meant to be that. But yeah, this is Eastbound and Down, 2009 to 12. This was after this movie. But yeah, he goes on to do, I don't even know, dude. That movie Joe, he's a producer in the Halloween series. Okay, the new ones. He's a producer, but yeah, I mean, this guy's got talent. No question about it. Real quick though, thoughts on Kate Beckinsale? I can skip right over the obligatory is she hot, but what are your thoughts on her?
I think, yeah, I mean, are you asking me if she's hot?
Well, obviously she's hot, but I'm talking about acting-wise.
Acting-wise, I haven't really seen that much stuff that she's in other than that movie Underworld, where she's a vampire. Berettas.
Right.
You know, I don't know much of her movie
catalog.
List. I haven't, her catalog. I haven't seen much of her work, if you will.
Good, man. She's good.
I mean, I think in this movie she's damn good, and there's a lot of emotional depth in this movie. So
I just love that
brings her A game.
Yeah, oh my god, she kills it. I just love the fact that they cast her to play like this plain Jane to offset Sam Rockwell, looking like this absolute doofus. It's like, okay, we know why you cast it. They must have just loved Sam Rockwell. He's obviously talented, and obviously she's talented. But it's like, I don't really know that I'm buying that these two were married at one point.
Because she's so much hotter than him?
Yes. At least the way they made him look in this movie.
Yeah, see, I'll do you.
They tried to dumb her down and make her look not hot, but she's just too hot for it.
I kind of agree. And it might be a case of they were high school sweethearts, because I think she mentions at one point that she only slept with him before she slept with Nate. So maybe they were high school sweethearts. And maybe that occurs in the world of the lifers, where there's a hot high school sweetheart couple.
Yeah.
And
it's happened.
Sure enough, the hotter one realizes and they get out of the relationship.
Yes.
But they're still lifers.
100%.
And that kind of tricks me too when I'm watching this, because initially I'm watching this, I don't know exactly where this is supposed to be, in Pennsylvania somewhere.
Like Ohio, Indiana, Pennsylvania kind of thing is the vibe that I get.
Some kind of real rural town.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it, I'm like, these are all Hollywood stars. So it's not, like, I'm not really getting the idea that these are all lifers until halfway through, and they have this fight on the front yard. And I'm like, wait a second.
This
I know
is
what
life
I'm watching
shit.
now.
This is life.
Yeah. If I may, though, Kate Beckinsale is very hot, very attractive.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a little search. I said, Kate Beckinsale, 2025, because I wanted to see, this is 2007 that this movie came out. What's she looking like now? And she went
Hollywood cocktail
the route. Yeah, she went the route of the plastic surgery route.
Oh, boy.
And it's not bad looking.
Oh, nice.
It's just somewhat strange looking. Like, she's still very attractive, and she's thin, but it's just kind of off-putting, because you're like, this is a 50-year-old woman, and 30 years ago she was hot.
Yeah,
or, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of one of those things where you're like, something doesn't add up here. The uncanny valley, something about this.
Oh yeah, makes complete sense. I mentioned it before, but like I said, I think this movie, the guy line around it, the best part is the juxtaposition, like I said, between Arthur's innocence when it comes to his relationship with Lila, and then it slowly morphs into, you're going back and forth and seeing, like, she has that connection, Arthur has that connection with Annie, and then she's kind of looking at him in the one scene, talking to him about, girls and growing up, and she's got this shit life that she's dealing with, and it just goes to show, again, even with his parents, It just goes, I think the underlying tone is what relationships become most of the time, at least in the life or world. So,
yeah, why is that?
Because it just sucks, I guess. I don't know.
You got to escape your hometown if you get in a relationship, it seems like.
First time watching this movie? What do you got?
The first time I watched this movie is today. So I'm pretty sure that you told me about this movie before.
I've told
and
you.
I just did one of those things where I never watched it.
Mm-hmm.
And today I watch it and I'm not surprised that it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Not surprised that I'm super into it.
Mm-hmm.
So I should probably just take your advice all the time.
I mean, likewise, dude. It's just, you have to be in that mode to actually sit down and watch something. For me, it was...
Especially this.
I would say, oh my God, yeah. I would say probably 2009, 2010. This is like when I really started getting into acting. Rockwell was a big inspiration for me. So, of course, I had to get every one of his DVDs. This one being one of my personal favorites. Yeah, I mean, that was 2009 era. Literally.
Really? So 2009, 2010, you were kind of getting into acting.
Yeah.
And as an inspiration, you chose Sam Rockwell and you got all of his movies.
Absolutely. Assassination, man. Assassination of Jesse James. Like this guy is...
You're right.
And then I just went down the rabbit hole. Choke. This. Bunch of other stuff that he's in. Yeah, Rockwell is super underrated. Literally me character. Who do you got?
It was hard for me to kind of guess because... Or take someone from this movie and kind of identify with them because it's just all very drab and very depressing. So, honestly, I'm probably just Glenn, Sam Rockwell's character, because I'm an alcoholic.
I would say for me, same. I don't really, no one sticks out. Maybe the dude Rafe that sells carpets. I don't know. He kind of rules.
Yeah. The dude, homie, the
Australian guy,
that's smoking cigs.
The Australian guy. That dude rules. Getting to some fun facts here. Sam Rockwell really did hit his head on the truck and punches the tree in that scene where he's like yelling at Nate. I guess he got tips from a stuntman on how to head bang a truck without hurting himself too much. However, when he hit the tree with his knuckles, it was real and he had to go to the hospital afterwards, which if you noticed, his knuckles are like gushing blood in the scene.
Yeah.
And just kudos to him for just having the wherewithal to like, see that? Can you do that? It's kind of rad.
Was that really necessary though? Can't this guy throw a working punch? I mean, come on. This is on film here. We're not working the marks in real life.
Well, what were your thoughts
who's he doing this for? Maybe he's really upset at these trees. I don't know.
What was your thoughts on Nate's karate? I mean, the guy is rocking a karate outfit in the one scene.
Very random and somewhat thrown in unnecessarily.
I loved it.
And for a guy it shows that he's a yellow belt.
Yeah.
And it cracks me up.
Is that low tier?
Right. It's just it's like your second belt. And someone who's a yellow belt is immediately just gets in a fighting stance when they're about to fight.
Yeah.
Cracks me up. Like, I'm going to do a couple months in on karate.
Yeah.
Let me show you what I can do.
He's the quintessential that you've referenced before on this podcast. He's the quintessential 40-year-old lifer who starts taking karate.
Listen, folks, I took karate for like 10 years and it was incredible. And I was in the adult class, but I was 14. So I was right on the edge. Mm-hmm. You see all these adults just...
Oh, yeah.
The adult class, you have to do it. You have to take karate. If you're listening to this and you're kind of curious what I'm saying, go to an adult like karate class, like straight up karate, and just bear witness to the crazy people that are there. It's awesome.
Yes, facts. Like I mentioned before, the director, David Gordon Green, who ended up directing the film, first worked on the same script for another director. And after 3 years, the other director moved on to other projects, and then he was approached by the producers to do the film, which is pretty cool. So,
when did we become screenwriters? That's the fact. That's the question,
dude. So I got a call. I said this before a couple episodes ago. I got a couple up in the old think tank. I know you got a couple.
100%. Do you have the connections though? We gotta have the connections.
Shoo.
Who do I gotta talk to about this stuff? Because look, I mean, this guy. You know, he writes this script for another director. He sells it.
Yeah.
Sits for 3 years on the shelf. And then they're just like, hey, man, do you want to do this? Think about that for a second. Imagine if I just sold a script and then 3 years later, they were like, yo, bro, You want to just direct this?
I mean, if it's good enough, if they believe in it enough, then absolutely. All right, let's get into some of these Kino scenes. What do you got?
It starts, I was just captivated by the first scene. It's just Tom Noonan is this band director.
Oh, yeah.
And there's like 30 kids in this field practicing band for the big game. And he just starts, they're playing Sledgehammer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why is Tom Noonan going so hard here?
Yeah.
You ever think about that? So cringe that it falls into the category of based. The teacher that's taking their job way too seriously.
That's not even a teacher. That's a band director, dog.
It's an interesting juxtaposition. Like you say he's a band director, right? But like when I went to high school, all the kind of extracurricular people were like also a teacher of some subject.
Perhaps. So maybe
I'm probably the exception though, because I went to some
we had that
Catholic school that
we had that as well
anymore.
Yeah, come to think of it.
But you ever think like you got a guy who is either your teacher or whatever, your coach in high school, and they're just like way too into it. Like, come on, you motherfuckers! Like, just super into it. Where you're like, what the hell, dude? Like, why do you care this much?
Well, typically that's in a sport like football, maybe basketball, which my high school football coach was like a little bit like that. A band director, on the other hand, I mean, this guy's like, do you have a sledgehammer in your heart? Because I got a sledgehammer in mine. And he's like getting all emotional. These kids are like, what, dude? Like,
there's some
freeze it out here
now. There's an actual band director listening to this podcast, and like, what do you mean? What do you guys mean? Listen, I'm the wrong person to ask about this because I'm afflicted with this terrible condition called I don't care about anything, nihilism. So it's kind of asking the question: does a band director ever think to themselves, "Wait a second, these are, I don't know, 16-year-old kids"?
I firmly
Why am I caring this much?
There are such things as band competitions. So the marching bands, I don't know if you know this, they compete on the weekends. And there's like it's like a big deal. So when you have the marching band at halftime of the football game, they do like that whole thing. What have you? They actually go to other schools and like invitationals, and they compete. Not sure if you're aware of this.
Well, vaguely.
But it's legit.
It makes sense though, because in college they have like crazy bands playing.
That's how you get in there. Oh yeah, you get recruited for that shit, bro.
Why aren't we paying?
They don't get any. They just don't get any NIL money. That's the problem.
Did they have a transfer portal as well? Like,
100%. Let me get that. Let me get that percussionist from Michigan.
Why are we not paying the band members $1 million? I always think about this when I'm watching a game. I'm like, why does everyone care about this thing? But I'm so good at shuffleboard that I should be on the national stage getting sponsors. Anywho.
Big think.
Look, again, we just kind of talk about the same stuff every week, it seems like,
It's true.
But I see this dude's truck Glenn's truck, and I'm like, I know I harp on this. He's got a Jeep Comanche here. I don't know if you're familiar with the Jeep Comanche. Oh, yeah. It's basically a Jeep Cherokee that they kind of lengthen out. It's the same frame and like the same body style, and they turn it into a pickup.
Yeah. I'm aware.
Right? Great vehicle.
I had the Toyota version of this, dude. I've said it on like 3 episodes. I had the 1990 Toyota pickup, right? Single cab, giant stick shift, had the mud tires, had the roll bar, had the headlights, had like 200,000 miles on it.
So
it's literally the Toyota version of this. And I'm like,
you said this before, but like, you're talking about you had this in high school?
Yeah, bro. Like it was I worked my ass off from 14 to 16 to be able to buy the thing for like $3,000 at the time.
So basically you were Marty McFly in high school.
I was Marty, yep. But good thing I didn't turn into Glenn. Yeah. But no, it was, the thing ruled, man. But it was old. I mean, it already had like 100-some thousand miles on it.
When you were zipping around in this truck, how much dick respect did you get?
A little bit. It kind of ruled.
Swaggy.
But I was 16 years old. But even more to the point, dude, is like, no, I mean, for the Toyota, it was before it was called the Tacoma, which is still a pretty badass name. They called it the pickup back then. But dude, even the name Comanche, Like, they can't even name the cars these days, like something rad.
Yeah.
The Jeep Comanche.
Comanche would be racist or something, right?
Isn't it an oxymoron, though, if like a Jeep's an American company and they're calling it Comanche?
Also, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're denigrating the Comanche Indians.
Right.
They're kind of celebrating the Comanche Indians, right?
Perhaps. But back in 19...
listen, I don't make the rules on that, you know? Okay, I think we need to address the main thing that I noticed in this movie, and people are going to just maybe disagree with me on here. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I am, who I am. But I'm watching this movie, and the whole time I'm thinking, Annie is the bad guy here.
Yeah. Okay.
And I kind of hate her.
Elephant in the room. Yeah. We may as well just kind of carve out a good 20 minutes for the parenting in this movie, because this might just be a lifer syndrome where this becomes you. Yeah. Annie, go ahead. Yeah. She's the bad guy.
I mean, yeah, I'm already not liking her for a couple different reasons, but she keeps flipping out at her kid for doing something like kids do, like drop something like an accident, and she flipped out or whatever, and it kind of triggers me.
Yeah.
Now, why does it trigger me, King? Because I'm like, why are you getting angry at the kid when it's just a mistake?
Yeah. Yes. Or could be from horrible parenting.
Well, yeah. And she even says later in the movie that her mom didn't even yell at her. She couldn't even think of a time when her mom yelled at her.
Right.
I mean, I'm kind of against yelling because it's like an emotional outburst. It's like You're not able to control your emotions.
Horrible for children. I don't think that my wife or I have ever yelled at our daughter, who's now 4.5, and it seems to work when you just talk to him and pay attention to him. But yeah, man, I think a lot of it's her frustration, though, kind of carrying over from Glenn and just all the shit in her life, being a lifer, working at this Chinese place, banging her best friend's husband. And it's just like a revolving door kind of thing, right? But it's mainly her frustration with Glenn, because Glenn is just, I don't even know, I guess recovering alcoholic, doofus, but there's the scene where he tracks mud on the carpet, right? When he goes to pick up Tara. And she's just like, you just see all these tiny little things throughout the movie that he does, and she just gets more and more pissed about. Or like when he says that he left Tara in the car to go talk to Rafe.
Yeah.
And she's like, with your dog? It's like, yeah, you don't leave a kid in a car, like outside playing around near a car, to go in and like run in and talk to some guy about your working hours. You know what I mean? So I just think it's this whole back and forth where she's just getting like more pissed about how was I even ever with this dude? This dude is completely insane. And it all just builds up and builds up and builds up. And then she just unleashes on Tara, which majority of the time when she Nasty Nate's watching her and she's eating candy, right? She comes in and yells at Tara because it's proxy of just Nasty Nate being a nasty boy.
And so it's all pissed at him.
Right. And it's just this poor little child catches the brunt of it, which is
that's the thing, man.
Criminal.
It's not the kid's fault. Right. And, if you're yelling at a kid, it's because they're not like getting what you're saying.
Yeah.
And you don't have the capability to just explain it in a way that makes a little kid understand.
Mm-hmm.
So I always thought about it like this. What's the takeaway the kid's going to have? Like, this person's unstable.
Correct.
They're not smart enough to communicate correctly, or they're not patient enough.
That's what it is. 9 out of 10 times it's a lazy factor. They're just too lazy to parent and actually explain it. Where if you just take the time and just explain it in detail ad nauseum, kids are like sponges, man. They pick that shit up.
Yeah, and for me, it's like, what's the why? When you're telling me what to do, what's the reason?
Right.
If you give me the reason and it makes sense, we're Gucci.
Yeah.
But if you don't tell me the reason, I'm going to start to think, well, maybe there's a reason why you're not telling me that. Either you're too dumb or you don't have a good reason. So you're going to just tell me, just do what I say, right?
That's it.
But then it's like, well, how do you want me to react to that? Because now I see you as a threat, and that's not good because I have to rely on you for food and shelter because I'm a little kid.
Mhm.
I can't just attack you back because I am tiny. I don't have the physicality.
Right.
So you're kind of putting this kid in a position where they're like, I have no choice but to just shut down.
It's wild, man, because this type of thing happens probably more often than not in today's society. It kind of sucks for kids, but it's,
yeah, dude.
it's horrible, man. This movie, it gets real dark real quick. But just a couple examples though. It's like Glenn's trying to, win her back over, and he's like, well, I want to take you out to dinner. I got a new job. And she's like, what? You're not picking up a couple hours from Rafe at the carpet shop? Right? He's like, well, yeah, but I'm working on it. And she's just like so disappointed. It's the constant letdown in this movie. And then he, of course, imperfect, character trait. He's like, I'll take you out for some spaghetti and meatballs. Like he's just like a big kid.
Yeah.
Right, in this movie. It's just like this dude, it makes you feel like, and it's a great depth of character that he plays and the way it's written. It's like, obviously they're high school sweethearts. And she even references, he used to make me laugh and make me feel like, nothing's ever going to go wrong. And
yeah, because they were younger.
Right, exactly. Then you grow up, you have responsibilities, they have a kid, but obviously he turned into an alcoholic, and it just seems like something in his brain is missing ever since then, right? And yeah, man, it's great depth of character, I guess is what I'm saying. And it's just like these constant letdown. And don't get me wrong, I'm not giving Annie any leash here, but it's like, yeah, it's really well fleshed out, these characters, right? And just a constant being let down where he just keeps, fucking up. So, and then, yeah, the fact that, as I say about Annie not getting off the hook, it's like she's cheating on him with her best friend's husband.
Yeah. Which was, see, that's where you're like, okay, this is definitely lifers, because it's not enough that she's just cheating on him. The story could have been perfectly fine where she's just sleeping with some other guy, right? They're separated, whatever. But it's also the fact that she is cheating on him with this guy who is her best friend's husband. You're like, why did she have to take it to that level? And you're like, oh, wait a second. It's because they're lifers and there's only 5 people in this town.
Yes, dude. And what even makes it more lifer than that is Nasty Nate cheats on Hot Kate Beckinsale with this blonde chick who, is not Kate Beckinsale.
Was she the ambulance worker?
I don't know. Maybe.
I was kind of thrown off by that whole scene too.
Yeah, they're
they're
smoking
just throwing this in here. Yeah,
it was just setting the tone, because when Tara goes missing, she's like, "Where the hell were you?" And it's just kind of portraying Nate to be like king lifer, I guess. I don't know.
Well, what threw me off was these are all Hollywood actors and actresses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're kind of good looking,
right?
Now, I don't know if there's a correlation with being mid or what the deal is with being a lifer. But the idea is like, it's kind of thrown off because you're watching a movie and it's like these actors. So you don't realize these are people that are stuck in their hometown because they look a certain way and they are acting. But these people you're like, why are they throwing this stuff in the movie? It's because that's what happens in these hometowns.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's alarming. It's disturbing. I couldn't tell at first. I was kind of caught off guard halfway through the movie. I was like, oh my God, that's what this is.
Well, even adding to Annie's scumbag tendencies is she has this scene, like I mentioned before, where she's talking to Arthur about how she used to babysit him. And like, I'll tell you, man, you can definitely tell that he's into her, obviously, right? Which makes sense. But she's sitting on this like table and she's like eating something and she's giving him these fuck eyes. I'm like,
yeah,
bro, slow down. This kid's like, what, 17?
Mm-hmm.
What?
So
she's got some real issues going on upstairs.
I had no idea where this movie was going. I'm total fresh eyes watching this.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've seen it. I had no idea what was going to happen. And at first, when I'm witnessing this scene between Annie and Arthur, I'm like, what are they doing here? Are we going with the angle of he's going to try and sleep with this older hot chick.
Why wouldn't
Is
he?
that where we're going? Is that the angle here?
The alarming part
And
is she's kind of playing it back.
Yeah, for sure. Which, by the way, like it's reminded me of all these stories in the news lately of these teachers who are having sexual relations with their students, like in high school and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Have any hot teachers in high school, King?
Dude, we had, I don't know if there was too many hot teachers, but we had these subs that would come in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, bro, you'd talk to one of your boys and it's like, dude, we got Ms. whatever as a sub today. I'm like, bro, nice. So you try to act all cool. Like you're like a junior, senior in high school and you're just coming off like super cringe. And they're like in their 20s and it's just like, bro, slow down.
But you look at it with a new lens now because you're just like, oh my God, every week there's one of these stories of the teachers hooking up with their students.
Seems to be.
They're hitting them up on the Snapchat or whatever. I don't know how it works. Maybe that was going on when I was in high school too, but I just wasn't cool or savvy enough to be privy to that information, or obviously I'm not having sex with my teachers, but there was like one or two that were hot.
I don't recall any stories where from my high school, even years prior to me graduating or after, where a teacher was sleeping with kids or like someone would be bragging about it or even like mention it. So likely that it never happened, but you're right, man. It's popping up constantly. I want to point out this movie has two hero actors. I don't know if you caught either of them, in my opinion. You got Annie's best friend, Barb, who's married to Nasty Nate. Small role, but I think she just kind of kills it. Even from like arguing. Yeah, even arguing with the Chinese food owner or the Chinese restaurant owner. He's like Russian or something. Like it's just all these like little things, these little pieces that they put in there. Little details where you're like, okay, this came from someone's brain who witnessed some of this firsthand.
They lived it, yeah.
I got Barb killing it, and then Arthur's buddy Warren. Okay, the kid that is in band with him, but he's in class. He just says all this wild shit throughout the movie. And it just kind of rules.
It's a real quick talker.
Yeah. It's a good character.
Just like, yep, I remember that dude from high school too. Who would just say wild stuff, but was real quick. And, I appreciate it. Yeah, definitely both of these characters are real people that existed in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so Glenn and Annie, they go on a dinner date, we mentioned for spaghetti and meatballs and whatnot, but it was an actual restaurant. And it actually hurts me watching them leave where they're talking. And Glenn is kind of being way too cringe and needy, where I'm just like, ooh, I can't watch this, dude. I can't watch this guy just be this needy and kind of just blow it. Except for the fact that he's trying to get back with his wife. That's his wife.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about stuff that's like in a teenage rom-com movie type thing where, the guy is taking a girl out and he's too cringe or whatever. This is a guy and his wife.
Yeah.
And not only that, but they have a child together.
Oh, yeah.
And he's not just trying to kind of get back in her life, but at the table, they're talking about how he wants to be in his daughter's life more. So he wants, I guess, more custody.
Yeah.
Shared custody or whatever it is. And it's like, dude, what is she doing in this scene too? Is she just leading Glenn on? Because he kind of has to badger her to go to the date to begin with. Like, why did you even go? And
yeah, I think that this is just another example of the scene where it's like phenomenal writing, great depth of character between these two, just fleshing it out. There's something wrong with this dude, bro. And he's at one point, like he's trying to recall that, I guess. And she's fighting with every ounce to be like, okay, maybe this guy can turn the corner. Maybe this guy can turn the corner. And then he just does something dumb, right? She's just all over the place. But yes, it's, for me, it's a masterclass writing wise and acting wise, just kind of the layers of these characters. And
if you're Glenn, you have to just kind of not be needy. And it's pretty goddamn impossible to do because it's your wife and your child's involved. But you just come off looking real weak.
But dude, this is what I'm saying is there had to have been a traumatic event, something, right? I think he mentions it where when he's telling Nate and he's drunk outside the house, where he got in that car accident or something.
Yeah.
When he was drunk.
He drove off a bridge.
Yeah, tried to kill himself. That would probably do it. I mean, you're quite versed in concussions. Can you attest that it kind of fucks you up a little bit?
I mean, it would probably kill you if you drove off a bridge. I might be dead right now. I was thinking about that earlier. This might be some constructed reality where I'm in a coma because I got absolutely annihilated by a car. And I definitely got a super big concussion. But I think about the fact that, okay, in Glenn and Annie's relationship, she obviously left him.
Yeah.
Right? Compare that to Arthur's parents.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems in that relationship that the dad was kind of the one that was.
Yes,
he didn't leave his wife, but he was the reason why he did something strong. Like he must have cheated on her or something.
Mm-hmm.
I got the impression the dad cheated on his wife. And that as insane as this sounds, that gives him more bargaining power to get back, because at the end of the movie they get back together.
Yeah.
Why? Because the dad is they're not separating because the dad was weak. They're separating because weak in the sense of like mentally weak. They're separating because he's doing extramarital affairs, whereas Glenn is separating because Glenn is mentally insane and weak. Like the relationship can still work with Arthur's parents because he can come back and realize, oh, I want my family back. I just have to kind of contain my urges.
Yeah.
Whereas Glenn is like, I can't come back because now I'm so weak. I drove off a bridge. My wife can't trust me.
Yeah.
She can never trust me. So it's outside of my control. The difference they have there, because at the end of the movie, right, like Arthur's parents get back together at the big game.
And Glenn's dead.
And Glenn and Annie, they,
Yeah, absolute expert.
They don't make it.
Yeah, it's, but yeah, it's traumatic event, like I said, and I think that he's just jacked up, and there's just no coming back. And I think she finally realizes that at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And it's just like, all right, cooked. And then obviously the daughter dies, but we'll get into that. There's an epic scene that follows this. Barb confronts Nasty Nate about banging Annie when he's folding the laundry in his karate uniform. But it's like you can see that she works up by her body language. She like works up the courage to confront him about it. Yeah. I just loved his response. And he completely just totally disregards it. And he's like, honey, I don't have a credit card. Jeez. Yeah. Like the way he says it. And she got all worked up for this, and she just kind of gets deflated immediately. It's like,
well, his excuse is so weak that it obviously doesn't make it doesn't work at all. And then it cuts almost the next scene where Barb is calling Annie.
Yeah.
Get pissed at her. Why did you do this? Blah, blah, blah. And then Nate shows up at Annie's house.
Yeah.
And she's like, why did you tell her? Why did you tell her it was me? And he goes, well, what did you want me to lie about it?
And
like, yeah, dude.
He's like, bro, I'm surrounded by just dummy bulls. Like,
dummy. Yeah.
It's so good, man. He does a phenomenal job just playing stupid. This character.
Yeah, for sure.
He's like the ultimate.
Nicky Cap. Press F, dude.
Ultimate gooner. I love character. I love it. Just another thing pointing out, just Annie being Mother of the Year. I'm sure you caught this one, but she leaves Tara home with Nate, right? Already knows he's completely irresponsible. Glenn comes home. He comes over to the house and gets in a fight with him. She grabs a loaded revolver in the bedside drawer. I don't know if you caught that, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So, loaded revolver, hers. It's just a normal pull-out drawer right by the bedside, completely accessible to Tara. Mother of the Year.
Unbelievable. That is not gun safety. If you have little kids like that, you can't be doing that shit, because it's like little kids at that age are just very curious. They're just going to get into everything.
Yeah, dude. Completely. Just shaking my head watching that scene. But yeah, dude, that leads up to the real heartbreak of this movie is the scene looking for Tara. and fucking terrifying, bro. It's like, this is literally every parent's worst nightmare. Elite acting here by Kate Beckinsale. I mean, it's just a lot of reactionary emotional acting, but I think she nails it.
She falls asleep on the couch, and the kid wanders off and drowns in the river behind their house.
Horrible.
Dude, I hate seeing this shit in movies, honestly.
I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, real shit coming from, having a 4-year-old daughter. Like, hey, this was tough to watch today. This wasn't tough for me to watch because, honest to God, the last time I watched this movie, probably maybe like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So priorities completely changed. Now I'm watching this. I'm like, dude, this is fucking tough to watch, dude.
Yeah, man. I don't have any kids, and I fucking hate it, dude.
Because this happens in real life. That's why you hate it.
Yeah. This movie, it happens in Pet Sematary. I don't know if you've ever seen Pet Sematary.
Yeah.
The kid gets hit by a truck.
Yep.
In the front, just like,
why
dude,
is he out?
Watch this shit.
Why is he out there running in the road
on a busy street? Now, I think about that all the time. Talk about cozy maxing. I think about that all the time when I'm driving. And there's some streets where I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be driving fast because I don't ever want to be responsible for something like that.
100%, dude. No,
you know what I mean? And it's like, there's other movies too. Like, it's in True Detective. The kid dies and everything. And I'm like, dude, I fucking hate this shit.
It sucks, dude. It absolutely sucks. Speaking of great acting, there's the scene where, obviously I mentioned in the intro here, where Glenn confronts Nate drunkenly. And you get this range of emotions where he's super pissed. And dude, the line of the movie for me, he's like, you think you're tough because you got a baseball bat? You think you're tough because you can push me in the snow and you got a baseball bat? Let me tell you something. I'm bad. And he just gives him this, like, looking through his soul look.
Yeah.
Right. And then seconds later, he's crying in his hands. Right. And then he just you almost feel this, like, Nate's feeling sorry for him. He's like, just go home, Glenn, and then he just walks over to, like, on his knees, walks over to this tree and starts punching it. It's like, dude, this is powerful acting, like, range of emotions wise, man, it's pretty well done.
Yeah. To go from him psychotically challenging Nate in a way where you're like, dude, what? You're saying that you're tough because you can take pain? That's what he's basically saying. That his emotional pain through his life was so great.
Exactly.
That this dude, Nate, has no idea what the fuck he's talking about with a baseball bat.
Yep.
And then it goes to him crying. And you're like, this guy has lost everything in his life. Whatever he had in his life. He's a lifer, but he was married to, like, his high school sweetheart and had a child and was living in a house, and it all fell apart. And he's trying his best to get it back again.
Yeah.
And it's over, dude. It's just over. It's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And realizing that he has this psychotic break and then starts crying and then flips it almost immediately from rage to crying to back to, like, punching trees. It's crazy.
Dude. And like I said, just the fact that he did that with the punching of the tree was organic. It's like, yeah, this dude is pretty locked into this moment. So.
Oh, yeah. And then he kind of falls off where he just is like, you know what, dude, F it. And he just starts going to the bar, getting shit-faced.
Mm.
And I'm watching this. I'm like, dude, him getting drunk in this bar is actually kind of accurate.
Yeah.
The mannerisms and everything he's doing. The angry drinking.
I've seen this before.
He's drinking and then, like, slamming down the cup like he's accomplishing something. Strange outbursts. Putting it. One thing I noticed, he put his hand kind of, like, in his pants, Al Bundy style.
Yeah.
When he was kind of blacked out. And I'm like, these little mannerisms, these small touches, it makes me think this guy actually did research on just crazy drunks.
It's
for this small scene.
Certainly a good point. It's like, he can't do anything right. Even at the very end, where it's like, the last thing he says is like, forgot the damn rabbit. It's like that last second remembering. He just constantly drops the ball. It's like, you make a good point though. It's like, he can finish this drink and slams it down like he accomplished something. It's something so, mundane and not a great achievement. if you will. But that's a good point.
The only thing he's accomplishing is just burying himself deeper in a hole.
100% right.
You know, and he's like, at least I can do that.
Yeah, so then you have this gnarly scene at the end, man. The look on Glenn's face in the car at the end before he shoots himself, his breathing and stuff. It's just kind of gnarly, man. Like the whole range of emotions, like he's fully committed to shooting her. He's even like still angry, rushes back to his car, and it's like, do I get away? I gotta get away. Oh, move over, bomber, move over, bomber. And it's like, nah, dude, it ain't happening. He just gets the gun in his hand and he knows, right? It's just like,
yeah,
he does this like breathing thing. Like, and it's just like, man, it's just so gnarly.
I notice he says like, hi.
Yeah.
Like he's talking, he's like practicing talking to someone. And this is absolutely terrifying, actually.
Oh, yeah.
The level of acting that's going on here. But this is a terrifying kind of scene because you're like, this is a guy basically bargaining with himself if he's going to do it or not, kill himself. And he starts, talking to someone. And I think to myself, what's exactly going on? Is he thinking of meeting Annie in the afterlife?
Man,
and
perhaps.
He's so delusional, he's practicing saying hi to her.
Maybe.
As if she'd want to see him.
Yeah, interesting take.
Right?
It is kind of alarming. He's just hi. Hi.
The one thing, though, I'm watching this and I'm like, that's good. He let the dog out.
Oh, yeah. Very, very good catch. Just like, let the dog out. Yeah, a dog would absolutely see that. Like, isn't that the thing where cats, if you die, they'll just like eat you after a couple of days, where like dogs, they'll just like mourn you? Because dogs are that much more based.
The dogs can pick up on your emotions.
Yeah, that would just destroy that dog forever. Big dog guys. But if you notice, there's one little thing here when it pans out from the back of the truck, right? After he shoots himself, there's a little patch of snow behind the truck on the ground. And if you look close, I don't know if you caught this one because it's your first time watching it, but it's white. Like as he shoots himself, right when he shoots himself, and like you can see the hole in the back of the windshield. If you look close as it keeps panning out, it turns red. The effects team did like a really, really good job of like almost like the mist would come down from the blood and like land on the snow. Now, take a look at it at that scene. It's pretty awesome.
I thought that was
a
impressive effect.
Well done.
The bullet going through his head and then coming out the window. I was like, ballistically speaking, how would that work? I don't know.
Well, it's not getting all that, but loadout check. Common
357
revolver
mag. Is that going through someone's head like that? I don't know.
Well, like I said, that was just a nice touch with like the mist of blood coming down and just landing on the ground. But Kino rating, what do you have for this thing?
Yeah, I give this movie like a 7.
Okay.
I think this has the best acting of any of the movies we've covered so far.
Sure. But only a 7.
Rockwell obviously is the GOAT. But dude, like, holy shit, this movie is so depressing that it leaves me with a bad feeling.
Mm-hmm. No, it's
after watching it.
You're not wrong.
Like, if you haven't seen this movie, give it a watch because it's really good. But like, I don't think I'll ever be watching this again.
Well,
like, it's not just their daughter dying. It's also just the kind of like trap that they're in.
Mm-hmm.
You feel trapped in this movie when you're watching it. Yeah. I'm stuck in this town. I'm stuck with these crazy people.
Dude, it's funny because I haven't seen this movie in years, and I've seen it a lot of times, and I completely forgot up until the scene where, honestly, she passes out on the couch. I've totally forgot the daughter dies. And then it just kind of hit me, and I'm like, damn, bro, I forgot. And then it's like all this rush of emotions for me because I'm like, it didn't mean anything to me back, 8 years ago. But yeah, dude, it's gnarly. This movie, for me, I give it an 8.6, much higher than you. But like I said, haven't seen it in years. But you realize it's a simple movie. But location wise, all the storyline, it's super basic. But the characters, man, they're just super in depth. The little things, all the little nuances. Horrible story. Unfortunately, very, very, very common in today's society, which is like the horrible, terrifying aspect to it. But yeah, I mean, I think this movie, when it comes down to it, it's a lesson in Glenn's case, trying, and in Annie's case, having patience. And it's like, this is relationships, right? And this is the problem why they don't work out, is like people just, like you said, with kids, no patience. With your spouses or significant others, no patience. And then it's the idea of trying, where Glenn's just like, can't do anything right. I think for him, it's a little bit different because he just, has like concussions. He's completely manic. But yeah, dude, to me, that's what this is all about, right? Relationship wise. So if you haven't seen it, folks, give it one and done viewership of this movie, but it's a good one.
Next week, we're going to be covering True Detective.
Oh boy. Okay. That's an undertaking.
So there's some similar themes going on, but
part 1 of True Detective.
I'm excited because it's my favorite. I'm him.
You're literally, he's you.
I'm literally Russ Cole. Yeah.
Russ Cole is literally you. Yeah. We'll cover the first half, and then the following week we'll cover the second half. Till then, catch you on the next one.